Hi, I'm Nan Simonsen, and I am excited about a brand new cookbook. Just came onto market. I bought it, Plantiful Kiki. You're probably familiar with her if you are in the whole food plant-based space. She does a lot on Instagram, Facebook, and she is a young woman who lost 70 or 80 pounds, mother of younger children, and she's made quite a name for herself because she's showing us all how to eat whole food, plant-based, healthy, and still be able to lose a massive amount of weight and stay very healthy and keep it off. I am making a recipe of hers. Let me get this started and then I'll get back to the book because I have a dry pan, no oil. She doesn't use oil either unless she's just spraying a little bit to prevent sticking on a particular recipe. So I put red onions, could have been white, could have been red. I used red. In my dry pan, I'm adding a little bit of broth. What you can't see, I'm pointing to the other side of my stove, is that I have an 8-quart stock pot full of just things I keep in a 1-gallon bag in the freezer, like carrot peelings and onion peels and asparagus bottoms and just on, tops of zucchini and bottoms of zucchini when I'm trimming zucchini. Anyway, vegetables. And I even have a YouTube video on how to make my stock pots. But I've got one heating up over there, and this is the stock that I keep on hand all the time in the freezer and then in the refrigerator. So this now is becoming caramelized. That's why people put massive amounts of oil in a pan to prevent sticking, and then to get it to be able to sit in that pan long enough and deglaze it and caramelize it. I've just done that. And what I'm going to add, and then I'm going to switch cameras and switch locations, I am adding mushrooms. And although her recipe called for white, a white mushroom turns brown. This is a baby portobello. Baby bellas. I get these at, is it Crimini? Anyway, all of those are from the white mushroom to begin with. And this one, I think these are baby bellas from Costco. Best price you can pay for mushrooms, £1.50 for what, $6 or $7 or something like that. So I'm using a little bit of broth, not too much, because when I cover this, these mushrooms are going to weep enough that I don't need to add a lot of broth, but I got to get that process started with a little bit of broth. So what do I have in here? Sauteed onion, mushroom. We're going to cover that. And I'm going to be making omelets. No, I am not eating eggs these days, but I'm going to show you, based on her recipe, how to make a beauty. I'll get back to you. Now I'm at my center island, and I'm about to make what will look like omelets. What am I making them from? This. It's called mung dal. It's organic. That's the way I buy my grains and legumes. I bought this on Amazon. I think the bag was about $10. The brand name is Jiva, Jiva Organics. And mung dal, it's a legume, is loaded with protein and with fiber. I'm using 1 cup because I'm doubling her recipe. My feeling is always that if you're going to do a thing, you might as well, if you're going to mess up and make it worth your while. I did this recipe already, and I made enough that I had, 3 or 4 of these. I'm going to call them flatbreads because that's really what they are. We're calling them omelets, but they're flatbreads. And we're using them as an omelet. And I was able to use them to make like flatbread sandwiches. And I'll show you what it's going to look like as we make it. So I rinsed this and soaked it I always rinse greens and legumes because they sit in silos for who knows how long. And I should have shown it to you a little bit more closely. Do that now. This is what it looks like. See? It looks like yellow split peas, and in a way, they're very similar. They're split legumes. Mung dal, for example, a cup of it is 16 grams of fiber and 16 grams of protein. That's huge. 2.5 grams of fat. That's nothing. And you can use it to make soups. You can use it to make curries. Well, this we're using to make flatbreads that we will call omelettes. And, well, before I add the water, let me show you a few other things. To give it an eggy flavor, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of kala namak. Kala namak. All of this is Middle Eastern or Indian. And kala namak looks like this when you grate it. And this cover, I believe I got this on Amazon, and this is pure Himalayan salt from Sunshed or Sundhead, Sunhed, pure Himalayan salt, but it's black salt. That means that it has sulfur in it. When you grate it, that's what it looks like. And if I smell it, it smells like I have just peeled some deviled eggs or some hard-boiled eggs. I used to have hens. I was famous for my deviled eggs because the yolk was golden, because when you have your own hens, that's what happens. That was a long, long time ago. No eggs for me now. I'm whole food plant-based and have been going on 5 years now. So I'm adding namak, kala namak, because I want that sulfurous flavor of egg. I'm also adding some baking powder, some rice flour. This is brown rice flour. She calls for white rice flour. Bottom line, I just ground up some rice in my Vitamix. And then I'm adding some fresh garlic, onion powder, and that golden color that's going to make this even more golden is turmeric. Turmeric will make anything golden. You have to be careful because it'll make your clothes golden if it gets on them. Okay, so main ingredients for flavor. The others are peripheral. I'm adding water, so I've doubled the recipe, and instead of the 3/4 of a cup of water she recommends to these soaked mung dal, I'm doubling that, so 1.5 cups. This is noisy. If I were on Zoom, you wouldn't have to hear it, but I am not on Zoom. So here we go. All right. So I showed you the photo of the end product. Beautiful, isn't it? What I'll be doing is making a flatbread, and then I'll be adding a layer of cheese. Of course, it's not real cheese. It's her version of cheese that can be used in any number of recipes, from tacos to egg omelets, or excuse me, non-egg and cheese omelets, to, oh gosh, mashed potatoes or baked potatoes with a cheese sauce. So I'm going to be switching off the camera and getting you, well, actually, while you're there, I want to tell you what, I'm just going to move you over. I hope this goes well. Okay. There. All right. I began with these mushrooms. I have some asparagus. I'm doing this for lunch, and I think I want asparagus with my mushroom omelet. So I'll cook this just a tiny bit longer. And actually, I'm going to change burners because I want to show you what it's going to look like. Hold on. There we go. Okay. What it's going to look like to cook the flatbread, but I'll do that in just a moment. Be back. Okay, I'm about to make them the omelet. I tried one of them. It stuck like crazy. So I have a bottle of oil here. I sprayed it. Then I wiped it with, oh, where's my little cloth? Oh, I moved it. Anyway, then I wiped it off. So I have a glaze in this non-stick pan, and that should make a difference. Non-stick is non-stick unless the batter is thin and delicate. And then sometimes it can be problematic. Okay, let's try that again. One recipe will make 10. No, we'll make 5, and I've doubled that, so I should be able to make 10. I don't want it to get too thin. You'll see it bubble up, and I'll let it sit there. I'm going to step away for just a moment. Okay. I want to show you the mushrooms and the asparagus. Doesn't that look great? I have a cheese sauce sitting on the cover of the covered broth that I'm making. And when this gets bubbly, I'm going to attempt again to turn it. I think I'll use this. Oh, much better. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, look at that. You can see why she can call it an omelet. Step away again. It's going to cook very, very quickly. And I'll show you how I'll do this. Okay. I have my omelet. I think I'll give it a minute more. And let me say again, terrific cookbook, Plantiful Kiki, beautifully photographed, whole food, plant-based, recipes that are easy for a family, and very well worth cooking. Thank you, Kiki. Okay, here we go. This looks terrific. I'm going to put some cheese sauce on the base. It's warm. Put spinach down. Spinach leaves. I could have chopped them. They could have been steamed, but I think I've got a lot of heat here that's going to wilt them. I'm going to put in mushrooms with the asparagus. I broke into them. Now, when I made this last time, I could have easily eaten it with a knife and fork. I also could have simply eaten it the way I would a taco. I'm going to put some tomatoes inside, chopped tomatoes, fold it over, top it with some cheese sauce, some tomatoes, and I meant to grab a touch of chopped cilantro leaves. Look at this beauty. Again, thank you, Plantiful. I am Nan Simonsen. I'm whole food, plant-based, lifestyle health coach, going on 5 years now, author of Aging Powerfully, not a cookbook, but a guide to aging with powerful, or with powerful, with power. I am 72 and intend to go on for the next several decades, and with the lifestyle medical pillars of health, we all can. Pick up a copy and see what you think. Have a great day, because I know I'm going to. I know I'm going to have a great lunch. Bye-bye.